You're watching WYLN TV 35. Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. The Hazleton Police Department's planning to add more officers to the force. Applications are now being accepted to add 6 more officers to the 40-member department. It's currently short-staffed as 3 officers tested positive for COVID-19. Acting Chief Brian Schoonmaker attributes the infections to the officers interacting with the public. This isn't the first time the department has had to deal with the virus.
Definitely takes quite the impact on us because now we're asking additional officers to come out, work additional shifts, and just handle our increasingly overwhelming call volume lately.
The department's dealing with a high call volume, especially around the 4th of July holiday. The 3 affected officers are currently quarantined at home and cannot return to duty for at least another week. In the meantime, the department is doing its best to schedule accordingly.
We originally had 4 officers, which would have been approximately 10% of our department. Currently, those 4 officers have returned, and now we have 3 additional officers who have contracted COVID.
Police vehicles and the building are being decontaminated as we speak, and all the necessary precautions are being taken. The department's accepting applications from now until August 9th, with testing scheduled to take place the following week. The Rush Township Police Department's reminding residents about the state law governing fireworks. People are allowed to use Class C fireworks with the following restrictions. Firework usage is prohibited on public property, and permission from the property owners needed to use them on private property. They can't be used within 150 feet of any occupied structure, and they can't be discharged towards any vehicles or buildings. And finally, residents can't be under the influence of alcohol or drugs when using fireworks. The department also asks residents to be considerate and refrain from setting off fireworks at unreasonable hours. As summer kicks up the heat, Fire Chief Leshko wants to remind everyone about the dangers of brush fires and how to avoid setting one. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
It's summertime, a season filled with outdoor activities galore. And one common activity in our area is sitting around the campfire. Fire Chief Leshko spoke with us on the importance of fire safety with this activity.
Recreational fires are allowed in a approved fire pit as spelled out by the City of Hazelton recreational fire ordinance. They are allowed, you can use them, but you also got to meet a certain distance requirement of 15 feet away from any structure. The fire pit does have to be placed on a solid surface and has to be attended at all times.
If you're planning on having a fire, remember they must be extinguished by 11 p.m. The fire ordinance is very specific as well on what you are able to burn in your fire.
We understand everybody now at the summertime wants to go out, but if you're going to have a recreational fire, you cannot burn any construction debris, any saw cut wood. It has to be firewood. It's been cut down from a tree or anything like that. It's been dried. You just can't go out to the hardware store and buy 2x4s and plywood and think you're going to burn in your fire pit. That's not allowed. We've seen that, and you will. If that does happen, we will extinguish the fire, or we will make you extinguish it while we're there.
The dangers of fire should be known to everyone, and with outdoor fires, it's extremely important to watch and maintain it, or else you could risk creating a brush fire.
I think the biggest thing is, again, it comes to using common sense. If it's dry out and there's been a prolonged period of dry time, you really want to stay away from doing any type of, a fire pit or out in your yard if you're living in a rural area or any area. Especially if it's been dry out for a prolonged time. We've gone some days where we've had extended periods of dry, of no rain. That's just a recipe for disaster. The embers, the sparks, the wind is taking them, carrying them. They can light, they can ignite brush. They can ignite grass surrounding areas. And you might not even know. You could be sitting there enjoying your fire, and you can have a nice breeze, and it can take a fire, 25 feet, take a spark and ignite a brush fire.
So please, follow the guidelines set out and be safe.
Really encourage everyone to follow safe, adhere to the rules, and put safety in mind first. Remember, you have a family that loves you, friends that love you, and we want everybody to be safe and to be here to follow through and just have a great summer and enjoy the nice weather.
Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. Legal action may be taken by homeowners affected by the recent flooding in the borough of Gilberton. An attorney from Pottsville was retained by residents to represent them in a potential civil litigation. The flooding followed a rainstorm back on June 10th. The cause may have been the rerouting of Mahanoy Creek for a nearby highway bridge project. PennDOT said the contractor followed guidelines according to the approved design. Attorney Michael Fiorillo said it's clear to him so far that there was a flaw either in the design or construction of the project. Residents are in the process of getting estimates from the damage as the DEP and PennDOT conduct investigations. There's no word at this time as to if or when a lawsuit would be filed. Penn State University announced yesterday that a student died earlier this week from coronavirus complications. 21-year-old Juan Garcia of Allentown was living off campus when he became ill and tested for COVID June 20th. A Penn State representative said the university's profoundly saddened to learn about Juan's untimely death during the pandemic. Anyone who believes they may have had contact with Garcia's being asked to call University Health Services at 814-863-4463. Summer's here, so get out and enjoy some nature. You can even bring your pups to state parks. Just make sure that your pooch is up to date. WYLN's Julie Stefanovic explains.
It's true, people enjoy the outdoors, but you can bank on it that pets love it more. The Departments of Agriculture and Conservation and Natural Resources have advice for pet parents who'll be taking their pups to the parks.
As you're preparing to come to the park, just remember that you do want to take care of yourself and your family, so make sure you have adequate supply of hand sanitizer and that you have masks for everyone.
Dogs are welcome at all state parks, but you must make sure that they're up to date.
Sure, your dog is registered and licensed and has its current rabies vaccination. That's a requirement to stay at our overnight areas. Certainly walking with a dog on a leash. Dogs must be on leashes at all times. They can't be unattended. And certainly that, the main thing is, clean up after pets, responsible ownership. If your dog is barking, that would be considered a nuisance.
The pups are natural swimmers and love to frolic in the lakes. But owners should watch out for suspicious water conditions.
Algal blooms that could be potentially harmful algal blooms and have cyanobacteria and cyanotoxins in them. That could be potentially fatal to dogs if a dog were to ingest the water by drinking it or get it on its fur.
With so much wildlife around us, rabies are prevalent in certain areas.
And if a dog has a rabies vaccination, it's just safer for the dog if it's bitten by a rabid animal. The law requires that any dog over 3 months of age be current on rabies and also be current on licenses for the current year.
And rule of thumb, never leave your pet in a hot car.
Temperatures can rise to a dangerous level. And for example, on an 85-degree day, the temperatures can rise within 10 minutes to 104 degrees in that car, even with the windows rolled down.
And at the end of the day, always check for ticks on yourself, your family, and your furry friends. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovic.
Thanks, Julie. I know where I'm taking Duncan. The City of Hazleton's 4th of July celebration is now underway. Festivities began at 4 this afternoon at City View Park on South Poplar Street. Activities include food vendors, games for the kids, and live entertainment. A fireworks display set to begin at 9:45 tonight, so there's still time to make it out. Our Philip Kaufman was there, and we'll have all the highlights for you on Monday's edition of WYLN News. Coming up on this edition of WYLN News, a message from State Representative Tara Toohill, plus Sheetz wants liquor. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Melania, and I'm 4 years old, and today it's going to be sunny out.
welcome to another Feel Good Friday. I'm Dr. Stacy, and I wanted to talk to you about a little personal meditation that I do every day. And I would like you to try it for at least the next 21 days. They say 21 days to change habits, so here will be the habit I guess I'm asking you to change. So if you wake up in the morning, I would like you to say this little prayer or mantra to yourself, which starts as, just for today, I will not worry. Just for today, I will not be angry. Just for today, I will forgive. And just for today, I will be kind to everyone around me and everything. This is a little prayer or a little mantra I learned when I became a Reiki master, and it's something that I live by every day. So I'm sharing it with you. Feel good, friends.
From the bottom of our hearts, the WYLN TV 35 family would like to say thank you to all essential workers for your service to our community and for keeping us safe.
We have a message for our viewers from State Representative Tara Toohill on staying safe on the waters this 4th of July weekend.
Hello, I'm State Representative Tara Toohill, representing the Greater Hazleton area, Luzerne County, the 116th Legislative District. This summer, many Pennsylvanians will be getting outdoors and spending time on our beautiful rivers, lakes, and streams. With 4th of July weekend just ahead, I encourage you to enjoy that special time fishing and boating with family and friends while staying safe and making smart decisions. Please remember, every boating adventure begins with a life jacket. It's a simple thing, but life jackets really do save lives. If you get into trouble, a life jacket will keep you afloat until help arrives. All children aged 12 and under must wear a life jacket on most small boats, including canoes and kayaks. Please do not drink and boat. Just like driving a car, the legal limit for operating any boat in Pennsylvania is .08, and officers will be on patrol looking for signs of impairment. Always choose a designated boater. Have a float plan. This one is easy. Before you head out for the day, send a text or leave a note with someone to let them know where you plan to go boating and when you expect to arrive home. And don't forget to check the weather forecast. Summer's fast-moving storms can cause water levels to rise quickly and become dangerous. Finally, I'd like to invite you to fish for free on July 4th. The Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission offers this day so that families and friends can spend time together outside and fish without buying a license. Give it a try and good luck. For more information on safe boating and Fish for Free Day on July 4th, visit my website or go to the Fish and Boat Commission website at fishandboat.com. Have a safe summer, and whether it's the Nescapec or the Susquehanna, I'll see you out on the water.
Luzerne County government buildings will deny access to recent travelers to states with escalating coronavirus cases. The move Thursday afternoon followed Governor Tom Wolf's announcement about Pennsylvanians traveling back from certain states that will need to quarantine for 14 days when they get back. Those states include Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Louisiana, Mississippi, Nevada, North and South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Utah. If a Pennsylvanian's travel window is established, sheriff deputies and security officers can look up the state that person visited on the CDC's current coronavirus data tracker map. County employees will do what they can to provide remote services information to those that are denied entry. Sheetz is making moves to house liquor sales in their store on Airport Road. Hazle Township supervisors will accept public comment in 2 weeks during a hearing on the proposed transfer of Cosmar Enterprises restaurant liquor license in West Hazleton to Sheetz Incorporated. It'll be the lone item on the agenda July 13th at 5:45 in the Commons Building. As Sheetz officials wait for the good word, crews continue to work remodeling and expanding the Airport Road location. It'll be removing outdoor seating and expanding the structure to add space for takeout, coolers, and seating. The structure will be expanding a little over 1,000 square feet to 5,393 square feet and is tentatively scheduled to reopen sometime in September. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, your week in review, plus the Luzerne County SPCA Furry Friends of the Week, so stay with us.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazelton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet trap and sporting clay fields are professionally designed and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-455-4251 extension 1378 for more information. Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
Monday. Schuylkill County officials are investigating into serious allegations against County Commissioner Chairman George Halkovich. Halkovich allegedly sexually harassed and discriminated two county employees, but continues to deny the allegations. County officials later determined that Halkovich did indeed violate their sexual harassment, conduct, disciplinary action, physical and verbal abuse policies. Halkovich is not allowed to have any contact with the employees that lodged the complaints. Then on Wednesday, Halkovich stepped down as chair, but will remain on the board. Baron Hetherington's been appointed the new chair. Tuesday, U.S. Marshals and Pennsylvania State Police were led by a tractor-trailer cab on a high-speed pursuit that started near Schuylkill County and spanned multiple jurisdictions, leading to the death of the driver, 48-year-old Wade Russell Meisberger of Indiana, whose run-ins with the law date all the way back to the early 90s. U.S. Marshals stopped a truck they believed Meisberger was in as it entered I-81 North from exit 124 regarding a homicide probation violation. Police reported that the driver both stopped and exited the vehicle, but the passenger, identified as Meisberger, refused to do the same. That's when he hopped in the driver's seat and took off for miles. The trailer detached from the cab at one point during the chase, which led troopers from both Frackville and Hazleton on a multi-jurisdiction pursuit. The pursuit ended in Hazleton behind the Beach Street hockey rink when the cab got stuck in the grassy area. PSP set up perimeter around the cab that Meisberger barricaded himself in and made numerous attempts to get him to come out. For over 3 hours he refused and shot at the officers multiple times. But then sometime after 9 p.m., Meisberger was ultimately shot and killed. Wednesday. The Secretary of Health signed an order Wednesday making it a requirement to wear a mask when out in public. Governor Tom Wolf stated that the order's essential to stopping the recent increase in COVID-19 cases in Pennsylvania. Masks must be worn not only in businesses, but when people are out in public as well, where social distancing isn't possible. The recent PA hotspots are attributed to residents not wearing masks or practicing social distancing. Thursday. A Hazleton woman's locked up after firing a weapon in the air during a dispute with a neighbor. Hazleton police were called to West 5th and Grant Streets June 24th for fireworks complaints. When they arrived, Louis Madera told them a woman argued with him about setting fireworks and allegedly discharged a gun in the air 3 times. Officers located the woman, who was identified as 32-year-old Stephanie Sell. She told police she fired what she believed to be a cap gun, but a .22 caliber revolver was retrieved from her residence. She was charged with terroristic threats, reckless endangerment, and disorderly conduct. She was taken to prison for lack of $25,000 bail. Friday. The Hazleton Police Department's planning to add 6 more officers to its 40-member force. The department's short-staffed right now after 3 officers tested positive for COVID-19. HPD's dealing with a high call volume, especially around the 4th of July holiday. And Acting Chief Brian Schoonmaker attributes the infections to the officers having to interact with the public. Currently, the 3 officers are quarantined at home and can't return to duty for at least another week. So in the meantime, officers are being asked to work additional shifts. Police vehicles in the building are being decontaminated as we speak, and all the necessary precautions are being taken. The department's accepting applications from now until August 9th, with testing scheduled to take place the following week. That's it for your week in review here on Wyln News.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Did you know that WYLN News provides news updates every weekday afternoon
At 1, 3, and 5 here on TV and on social media?
Did you also know you can watch WYLN News on the go by visiting our website or YouTube page?
Now more than ever,
WYLN is your local news leader.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the Children's Programming Report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org.
if you've been thinking about adopting a pet, well, there's no time like the present. Luzerne County SPCA's got more furry friends for you to check out this week. Meet Ash. He's a juvenile male lab mix. He's just 11 months old and cute as can be. The SPCA thinks he's the bee's knees and hope you'll think so too. And up next we've got Chloe, an adult female calico cutie. She's 6 years old and will do just about anything for some scratches around the ears. Contact the Luzerne County SPCA at 570-825-4111 and bring home a new best friend into your life. Knoebels took their season opening day to reevaluate and update their mask policy. Until further notice, guests must wear face coverings to enter the park and on all rides. However, face shields are not permitted on rides for safety purposes. The two exceptions include children under the age of 2 and while eating. Coronavirus takes away another annual favorite, this time right here in the greater Hazleton area. The 13th annual Unico Belle Italia festival has been canceled due to, you guessed it, the ongoing pandemic. The community family minded festival typically houses your Italian favorite foods, fun, and live entertainment every year. The free entry festival's typically housed at Hazle Township Community Park for a 3-day weekend in September and attracts thousands of Italian enthusiasts annually. That's the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest on our Facebook page or WYLNTV.com, where you can also find the real facts about COVID-19 from LVHN. We hope everyone has a safe and happy 4th of July weekend. Here's a rundown of fireworks displays still happening throughout the area. We'll see you next time right here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can